Hey guys, Richard here from Shoreline Fishing. So today, I'm doing a different kind of video. I'm on the boat, casting, and I want to talk about something. So I thought, why not do it while I'm fishing? And if I catch something, it's even better. So today I'm going to talk about what I think about the current situation of muskies in certain lakes systems, and like emphasizing in the Kawartha lakes. That's my home set of lakes. Like there's I think 9 or 10 lakes that are to do with the Kawarthas that have muskie, if not more. I just can name a bunch of the main ones. You got Balsam Lake, Cameron Lake, Sturgeon Lake, Pigeon Lake. Some of them have healthy populations. Scugog, let's not forget the Gog. There's a bunch of big system lakes, and I feel like we're not doing what we can for these lakes. We do research, and we do all this fundraising and event stuff for it. I don't know, I think it's time we start putting stuff back into this lake, like maybe doing some muskie fingerlings in the lakes. Like we did, I think 10,000 Muskie Canada did in Simcoe. What do you guys think about that? Do you think we dump 5,000 into Balsam, Cameron, Sturgeon, or Pigeon, let's say, and then 1,000 in each of the other lakes? Like, do you think it's worth maybe start doing fingerlings, not sterile ones, so they have to be ones that can reproduce? Like, I don't know if we have the technology to get the muskies that are in these lakes, take some of their eggs, and then put them into these lakes. Like, I think if we did 1,000 or 5,000 in the big lakes and 1,000 in all the mid-size to 2,000, depending on the size of like water, if we dumped in a bunch of these fingerlings, do you guys think it'll have a success? Oh, there was a follow right there, you son of a bitch. Come back. He saw my weeds. Well, that was all right. Nice little follow. First sign of action I've seen. But no, like, do you think it's time we start dumping back into the lake systems? Like, do you think we dump back fingerlings into the lake instead of putting more into research? Like, what's your take on this, guys? Like, I wanted to ask that question to people. Like, I don't know. I started talking to myself the other day, like, not normal. You shouldn't do that. You think it's time we start dumping fingerlings in these lakes? I think they're called fingerlings. I could be wrong, but if we dumped in 5,000 fingerlings a year in Balsam Lake, I think Balsam skyrockets. We'll either get a shit ton of little tiger muskie, or we're gonna get a shit ton of muskie, which tiger muskie are. But anyways, I just think with the way the way that these fish have been kind of run over by the pike a bit, I think if we repopulate them a bit, like my home lake here, Canal Lake, I don't think there's 1,000 in here. And that's me being honest. Like I know 3 guys have caught the same fish in this lake, and 2 guys have caught the same fish in this lake just because of size, and one of them had a weird deformity because it had one eye. So I don't think there's hundreds, and just off the sizes we're catching them, like we haven't caught a 18-inch muskie. So there's not obviously a lot of babies in this. I think the smallest we've caught in this lake was 26 inches, which we still don't know 100% what the growth size of that is. Or did I toss right in weeds? Like, what the hell? We don't know what the size charting of that is 100%. They can just give you a range, and then every lake and fish is going to be different. So what do you guys think? What should we be doing for muskies in the Kawarthas and then other lake systems like the Ottawa River? They say it's dead there. I know a lot of guys that have gone out there for trips and got skunked. Like, the St. Lawrence is going to take a beating because the pressure is going to be off the Ottawa River. And what do you guys think we can do for these fish? Like, I don't think research is the answer anymore. I think we've been doing research for so long that it's like, what are we doing for these things now at this point? Like, we've done all this research, raised all this money. Like, I think it's time we start figuring out what to do with the money for these fish and kind of get towards it. Because as fishermen, I love this sport, and I will continue to love it for as long as I'm able to do it. And I'm hoping that the generation behind me can become more informative and kind of figure out what to do with them, how to properly handle. Like, my first video ever muskie fishing, we weren't properly prepared for this shit, and I didn't know anything about it. That was 8 years ago. 8 years later now, I'm able to tell you, you almost have to have an electrician's toolbox in here. You need to have snippers, pliers, like all that shit, screwdrivers. You need to have all of that. And I think that's what's come a long way with social media. But do you think it's time we start doing the same thing with research, maybe? Start expanding it and start kind of getting where we're supposed to? Like, Muskie Canada is a great organization. There's different ones for each state. You know, I find the US ones, they dump in fingerlings every year. And, you know, if you go to Wisconsin and you go to the northern part of Wisconsin and, you know, the northern parts of Minnesota, they get 50s quite frequently there each year. You know, if you get a handful of 50s in the Kawartha, that's a shocking amount. Really, it is. So we really want to get them where we need to, because we want to be able to fish these things for as long as we can, like I said. But like I said, guys, I want to know what your opinion is. What should we be doing differently with the Kawarthas and other heavily pressured lake systems that are, because we're going to be doing with a growing population soon, and this population is going to keep growing at an alarming rate. So what can we do to make a difference? This is Richard from Trolline Fishing. I'm going to try to do some of these videos from now on. If you like that, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, click the little notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video. See you guys later.